I know you sexualize me like a young thing would, and I think I like it. Yeah, this could get messy. You don't seem to mind. Do I don't go telling everybody. Don't overlook this supposed crime. Fast forward to a few years later, no one knows except the both of us. I have honored your request for silence, and you washed your hands clean of chaos. What part of our history is reinvented down your sweat? What part of your memory is so let down and tends to forget? What witness destruction seems so obvious? Just make sure you don't tell on me, especially the members of your family. We best keep this to ourselves and not tell any members of our inner posse. And I wish I could tell the world, cause you're such a pretty thing when you're done up properly. And I might wanna marry you one day if you watch that weight and you keep it for a body. Yeah, this could get messy. Yeah, you don't seem to mind. Do I don't go telling everybody. Overlook this supposed crime. We'll fast forward to a few years later, no one knows except the both of us. I have honored your request for silence, and you washed your hands clean of chaos. Yeah, this could get messy. Yeah, you don't seem to mind. Do I don't know telling everybody. Overlook this supposed crime. Fast forward to a few years later, no one knows except the both of us. I have honored your request for silence, you washed your hands
Alanis Morissette. Thank you, guys. Come on over. How are you? Nice to see you. Well, that was great. Thank you, guys. It was awesome. Under Rug Swept. So the album's out. You got to just be relieved.
Yes, the bun is out of the oven.
Yes, it feels like that, right? Does this feel like your baby because of how hands-on you were?
Yeah, it does. I mean, every song feels like a baby being born, so. But this one feels like, you know, I had quadruplets, quintuplets.
Right. Alanis produced the record herself. What, in your words, what would make this album a success to you?
Once it really represents exactly where I'm at, I consider it to be successful in my definition of it. So it really was the second it's finished being written.
How about those Canadians winning the gold?
How about that?
How about that hockey team, huh? You must have been thrilled. Who were you rooting for?
I wonder.
You spend so much time here in the States. You do good business here.
I actually have loyalty to Canada, but I'm also the exact person that cheers when either team scores.
Right.
So I'm not a nationalist, but I definitely have some, you know, some familiarity with the Canadians for obvious reasons.
Well, it's great to have you here for the whole show.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. It's all Alanis Morissette on Last Call. We'll be right back. Some more music and some more chatting with Alanis right after this.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I have a moment of your time?
Supposed former infatuation junkie was another multi-platinum success. She's won 7 Grammys and is here with us tonight. And I've had a chance to know you since back in the day of Jagged Little Pill. I think I did your second interview ever in America.
Right.
And going back to that record, is there ever a time when you just wish that it was just a good record, and not like the record of the decade as they have labeled it.
I don't have any regrets. I wouldn't change a damn thing, but it was overwhelming, and
you didn't feel like that set you on a path where it's just like, oh boy, you know, sort of, you know, it's like getting a Porsche for you as your first car when you're 16.
It did sort of, you know, raise the bar to the point where relativity was always going to be a difficult one to follow up in terms of it being compared. Anything
Right.
I did after compared to Jagged Little Pill, but, you know, I dealt with that pressure, and now I know what it's like to deal with pressure, and I can help other people who are dealing with pressure.
I want to talk about what you choose to write about in music. So many people draw from a lot of different things, whether it's political or social or something extremely personal. The notion of relationship seems to be something that you write a lot about. Why is that?
Because I think it's a microcosm of what the broader issues are. You know, far be it for me to have an opinion formed about what I think the Middle East should do with America and vice versa if I can't even figure out how to resolve a conflict with one other person, you know, so.
Fair enough. Yeah, we mentioned that you had written and produced this record. Could you ever go back and do another record where you shared duties and
Yeah.
didn't have the control that you just had on this one?
I mean, I had a lot of control in one sense, and in another sense, I feel like I facilitated in a way that I hadn't before, in the sense that, you know, I'm not an island by any means, so it was a very collaborative, synergistic environment that was created, so I still consider myself to be a collaborator to the nth degree.
There were initially 27 songs written for the record, cut
Yeah.
down to 11. And do you make that cut?
Yeah.
What happens to those other songs? Well, as opposed to like a record company, which will often come in and want to pick and choose and stuff. But
Right. No, not in this case. I think the other songs will at some point be put into a volume 2 of sorts, because I'd love to share them. I just don't know when. Over the
do you
next
do
year.
any of the other songs in concert?
We did for a while, but I haven't lately. We're doing more showcase tours right now in Europe and stuff.
Right.
So, but during the tour, I will.
I want to talk a little bit about a song, one that I particularly liked, which was a hidden track off Jagged. If you went 5 minutes and 12 seconds past track 13, you would discover this. I don't know who finds these, but I did. It's a song called Your House. Tell me about this song.
We had finished writing the record, and we wanted to keep writing. And this is often the case when I'm finishing a record. I get a whole new burst of wanting to continue to write. So we wrote Your House, you know, about 10 minutes. It's called Your House. And we had it to music at first, but then we just kind of put the guitar down and I just sang it a cappella, so that's what it was begging to be.
Is this one of the few songs that's sort of written in a fictitious way? Most everything is pretty
Yeah, it was
real.
the only one that wasn't autobiographical. And it's a good thing, too, because in this song, it kind of implies that I broke into someone's house, which I didn't do, so.
I would love to hear it if you wouldn't mind playing it for us tonight. Would you mind? All right. Doing this song in your house. You got the boys. You gonna do it? All right. Alanis. Hey, welcome back to Last Call. We're here with Alanis Morissette. Under Rug Swept is out. And I want to talk a little bit about the music business for a second.
Okay.
It's common for these sort of, I guess we'd call them diamond-selling artists, these 10 million plus artists, whether it's Dave Matthews or Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit, Dr. Dre. Seemingly, they all sort of get into the business and create their own labels.
Right.
And we see them on red carpets with their little proteges and with people that they are helping, I guess, get a break. Is that something that has ever interested you, or why not?
I don't know about forming my own label. It's something that I have an opportunity to do, I think, as anyone does, really. But I haven't had a desire to do so yet, and until I do, I won't. But in terms of supporting people and nurturing them and, you know, being a place that they can come to get, not advice, really, but more just support, I'm always there, and I do that all the time with several of my friends, certainly, and a lot of other people, too.
The lead track off the record is called 21 Things. And tell me about this song. I guess it's poking fun at this sort of list that you have about 21 things that a guy needs to have.
It's 21.
Why only 21, by the way?
Well, 21 is an abridged version. It's like 343,000 things.
Oh, really?
21 things I want in a lover. And the operative word in the song to me is just, you know, it's a preference rather than an expectation. Because expectation, you're just sure to be disappointed. But a preference is just kind of putting it out there and then you let go and you see what life has to offer.
Well, it's like 18 out of 21, all right? I mean,
I think 80% is pretty great.
pretty damn good, right?
80% is pretty
Do you
awesome.
actually have a list that you keep with these sort of...
I've written lists since I was, you know, 6.
And like, what's something weird off this list? You know, can you just... that's not in the song.
Oh, wow.
Like maybe
Something that's not in the song?
2,401.
Okay.
You recall that one?
Okay, let's see. Somebody that can have physical body humor, like someone that can take a fall to get a laugh. You know, someone that can, can break their neck and do some serious crazy dancing.
That's a tough one. You are going to do So Unsexy for us tonight, and I would love for you to tell us about this song that's on the new record. Is this just about maybe just a time or a day when, and I don't know if it's you or not, when you're just sort of not feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, not feeling it. I've been in relationships over the years where I just didn't feel it in the relationship, and I slowly kind of atrophied into just having...
So it's not about how you feel about yourself, it's actually another relationship?
No, it's about how I felt about myself in the relationship. So, you know, and I have moments of it all the time, and the lyric in the song that I actually think is one of the most important lyrics to me, anyway, in the record is just the concept of when I'm not taking care of myself or I don't have my own back, pretty much anything can affect me. But if I'm taking care of myself, nothing really affects me that much. So.
Great. You're going to do it for us right now.
Sure.
Alanis Morissette. The album is Under Road Swept. Here she's doing So Unsexy.
All these little rejections, how they add up quickly. One small sideways look and I feel so ungood. And somewhere along the way I think I gave you the power to make me feel the way I thought only my father could. Oh, these little rejections, how they seem so real to me. One forgotten birthday I'm all but cooked. How these little abandonments seem to sting so easily. I'm 13 again, am I 13 for good? I can feel so unsexy for someone so beautiful, so unloved for someone so fine. I can feel so boring for someone so interesting, so ignorant for someone of sound mind. All these little protections, how they fail to serve me. One forgotten phone call and I'm deflated. And all these little defenses, how they fail to comfort me. Your hand pulling away and I'm devastated. I can feel so unsexy for someone so beautiful, so unloved for someone so fine. I can feel so boring for someone so interesting, so ignorant for someone of sound mind. When will I stop leaving, baby? When will I stop deserting, baby? When will I start staying with myself? All these little rejections, how they keep springing for me. I jump my ship as I take it personally. And how these little rejections seem to disappear quickly the moment I decide not to abandon me. I can feel so unsexy for someone so beautiful, so unloved.
Thank you, that's right. We'll be right back to wrap it up with Alanis Morissette right after this. Thank you.
Sexy for someone so beautiful.
Morissette, Under Rug Swept, coming to a town near you. I guess, when's the tour start? What can you tell us?
The formal American one starts in May, June.
I want to say thank you for being here for the whole show.
Thank you.
And it was great to have you here.
So
God bless you. Congratulations on the new record. Under Rug Swept, go get it. The one and only Alanis Morissette. That's the show. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you later.